never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Right, doing my shopping in the South Outlet, and I've decided to stop for a DQ. So first time ever trying a Blizzard, let's do the test. Looks pretty good to me. It's basically like a better looking McFlurry if you ask me, so I'm going to eat this and then keep shopping. So it's probably been a pretty boring day for you who's watching this. Not much happened in terms of gambling, but I just want to sort of say I'm really happy with this room. I think it's probably my favourite room so far. It just reminds me a lot of like sort of like a little condo you've got. I don't know, it just seems to work. I just like it, and then I'm just literally looking out at that view, which I think is just such a good view. Really, you got a bit of Vegas in it, a bit of the mountains. I just think it's so good. So plan of action at the moment, still not that interesting. I plan on heading up towards Aria, and I'm going to go and have a look in Crystals to see if I can find Chanel, because Shell said that she wanted some perfume and that from there. So I'm going to have a mooch up there, see if they've got anything that she'd like, and then probably decide where to go from there. I've still got some Freeplay to use in MGM properties, so I'll probably use a bit of that Freeplay. Well, I'll use all of that Freeplay this evening as well. So it is getting on now. It's 6:10, so like I say, I've had a pretty chilled out day. I think it was well needed. So I'm going to crack on now, hopefully get her some perfume, and then decide where to go for tea as well. So I'll catch you in a bit.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Right, in the Jackpot Bar Excalibur, and I've ordered myself some, I think it was fried cheese, basically mozzarella sticks, and literally sandwich and the sports. Right, burgers come. So basically a burger with extra salad as always, and another beer. It's been a bit slow service in here, like, but I'm going to tuck in. Right, she's literally just brought me over this massive beer there to sort of say sorry for the service being so bad, but look at the size of that. That weighs a fair bit, that, like, so. I couldn't even tell you how much I put in this over the past few days. It's called Split and Win Link. But I've got the features, so that's all that counts now. Impossible to get it though, it seems. Well, that's it. Well, I've got the features, so I'm literally moving on. I'm going to head to Park MGM. 185. brand legends on the Freeplay. The last one, last game. Good win, let's keep going. Literally next spin rolls in this, so see if we get the hold and spin out of it. Nah, but still can't grumble, it's something. $100, better than out. Well, that looks good to be fair, so we'll see what we get. If we do get a hold and spin, I can't imagine us getting much more. Hold and spin. Last one. Seems good, that 100 off that. $220. I'll keep plowing on because I've still got 700 in Freeplay. Right, so playing this one, top dollar, it was $50 a spin, 3 credits, 150 a spin in total in high limit, and I was a bit of a fanny. I've dealt on 40 credits, which is obviously $2,000. So first offer was 35 credits, no dealt. Second offer, 35 credits, no dealt. Third offer, 40 credits. I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to take the $2,000. Proper tempted to keep going, but thought it was, I know the bet level compared to the win's pathetic. It's like is in the multiplier, but I'm not going to grumble, it's $2,000, so I'm going to get this paid out and crack on. Well, that's me calling it a night. Not much slot action today at all. Just one of them days. Sometimes you just need to sort of chill out and not do as much. I spent probably a bit too long in Tap Bar. To be fair, the service was like pretty slow anyway. The food was really nice. Them mozzarella sticks, the burger was nice. But I spent about an hour 45 in Tap Bar, which is a bit longer than I anticipated spending. And then, even though the offer was off the My Vegas slots, $25 off 50, for some reason she gave me my last beer like on the house, so my bill then was going to be less than 50, but then the $25 still came off the bill for 40 something. So it basically cost $17 and something cent, and I just left a $9 tip. I think it was $9. But then what I'll do with that bill is use my express comps or whatever on earth they're called these days to knock off that $17 odd. So it won't really cost me as such. So basically I then went to play in Excalibur, lost 500 in Excalibur, then went on to New York, did end up getting a bonus in there as you saw, but I put 500 in, then went in high limit with, was it about 200 I took out of that machine. Just went in there doing like $10 a spin, didn't hit anything. 900 free play, ended up turning into just over 600. I basically, the last 400 of that free play did nothing, which just goes to show you, I mean, the same happens when you play with your own cash, to be fair. Then thought it was a good idea with that 600 to go into high limit, in Park MGM, and that's when I hit the top dollar. So I wasn't recording in there, I was just sort of thought I'd do a couple of daft presses and I'm going to bed anyway. So my 600, my idea was I was going to do 2 spins on the top dollar and 3 spins on Wheel of Fortune. First spin on top dollar and it comes in. So the first offer was 35 credits, second offer was 35 credits, and at this point I'm thinking that's like $17.50. Like, I should really consider taking this because that's like a decent amount of money. I thought, just do one more offer, and it offered 40 credits. I was like, just take the $2,000, because if this fourth offer gives me like 5 credits, you'd be half gutted, wouldn't you? So took that, got the handpay paid out. Didn't win. I did continue with Wheel of Fortune. Didn't win on that. Put 500 through Diamond Queen, betting anywhere between, well, I was flicking between $20, $40 and 60. So I thought it'd be funny to hit Diamond Queen on 60 a spin, because that will probably be a mega win, and that didn't obviously happen. So I brought the 1500 handpay remaining for the handpay back up to the room, and I thought, you know what, I'm calling it a day. I'm sort of not feeling it. I'm not superstitious in the way of saying like I'm not feeling it, as in like I'm just tired, I'm a bit drained. I just need to have a good night's sleep and just sort of refresh for tomorrow. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm moving hotels again, so this is the last time I'm moving. I am a bit fed up with moving now, and I did think this was going to be the case, but hey ho. So I'm moving tomorrow to Bellagio. So whether I play in the morning or not, I don't know. I don't know how it works, as in, am I better off playing after I check in at Bellagio? Does it make any difference because you're still playing on your card? I don't know the answers to that. But then the big test tomorrow is, do they give me Freeplay again? Because I booked Bellagio on a separate month's offer to what I booked Aria. So we're going to say fingers crossed that they sort of apply it automatically. If they don't apply it automatically, will I ask? I'm not so sure, because based off the play, I don't think it warrants it. That's my honest opinion, like the play on this trip. But if they're going to give it, I'm going to take it. So we'll find out tomorrow. So I'll catch you in the morning. So ventured out to Whataburger for breakfast. I don't think that's bad for $11. Hash browns, bacon, egg, cheese sandwich. You could have got sausage and well, I got Dr Pepper, but you could have got a coffee or anything. So yeah, $10.83 in total, $11. So I've also been to the MGM rewards desk just to get that the bill from yesterday sorted, the one from Excalibur. And I said, can I use my reward points? I keep calling them Express Constant reward points. Can I use them? They phoned in and they've just said based on the play they just wipe it. So I've not even had to use the points. So I guess win-win. But yeah, I'm going to eat this. I need to get back to the room to check out. It's 10:15 now. So I'll get this here, get back to the room. I'm pretty much packed up anyway to check out for 11 o'clock. So I don't know when you'll next see me or where I'll be, but I'll keep you updated. So in the parking garage in Park MGM still. One thing to note here, I know some people just want me to like probably play slots, some people might find certain things interesting. They have security cycling around, so they have someone in the car park, literally security, like he just goes around on a bike. So if you ever think, oh, there might be an issue, I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't ever an issue, but they certainly do take things quite seriously, and it gives you sort of, I mean, I wouldn't leave things in the car anyway, but it sort of gives you reassurance as well that it should be pretty safe. So the main reason for the update is I've just had a write. I know a lot of it's accent probably, or just miscommunication. So I thought after they basically comped the Tap Sports Bar, I thought, right, before I check out, I had it was 10 to 11. I thought I'm going to go back down, but I had the suitcases with me, so a bit of a chore. But I'm going to go back down because I did have, I think it was 60 $2 in what I keep calling express comps, which are they're called reward points now, something like that. So I still had $62. Now my bill for last night in that room, I think including tax, was $142. Now I'd prepaid that to my credit card. You have to pay when you book. I don't know if you know, you have to pay the first night, and because I'm only staying one night, that's how much I had to pay. So I thought, right, I'm going to see if I can use my $62 express comps against that bill to reduce it so that I get a refund for $62 on my credit card, because I don't need the $62 because I'm moving to Bellagio, and in Bellagio I'm getting another 500, so which I'm never going to use 500 in 2 days. So I thought that makes more sense to me. So I went down, explained the situation, and she says, oh, it looks like your bill's zero. And I said, yes, because you've already took the credit card deposit, so that's why it shows a zero, because I've obviously got a credit for 142, then you've used the 142 for the room, so that gives the balance of zero. So she was on about moving my Freeplay over. I had $102, $105 in Freeplay over to reward points, which you can do, and then that will give me enough to cover the bill. So off she went to a manager and got a manager to convert them. Then a manager came over and says, it looks like your room's zero. So I explained again, like, I think it's because of the credit card. Anyway, it turns out that somebody somewhere, probably when they did the tap, they give me the comp for the TAF Sports Bar, was backend comped the $142 night. So they've actually refunded $142 to my card. But at this point, they've already converted my Freeplay into reward points, and you can't convert reward points into Freeplay. You can only do it one way around. So I said to her, like, I know that you can only do it one way around, but is there any way you can cancel that transaction? Because we were only doing it to cover the room, and obviously they can't. But she's contacted her manager, sent me a really nice email there, apologising. It was sort of not her fault as such, just a little bit of a miscommunication. And anyway, they've managed to load me, I think it was $100. They've either reversed it or put 100 in Freeplay back on my account, and I've got the room back end comp. So all in all, it's a pretty good result, really. So when I said a few days ago, I'm losing track of days now, but I did say, you're saying why don't you stay in Caesars or stay wherever? That's one of the main reasons why, because if I can get back end comp from MGM, I'm staying in a really nice room like that, and the comp in it anyway, which doesn't affect my comp that I'm getting next. So just stick with MGM. Downtown Grand, by the way, they did reach out, they did email me. They've knocked off my resort fee, effectively, is what they've done. So I did email them back and just said, like, I can see the new invoice, and it looks like you've basically knocked off the resort fee, but I've still paid for the room. Effectively based off the play, I shouldn't be paying for the room. I think sometimes you do have to be quite sort of straight with them. I still haven't got a reply yet, but obviously yesterday they didn't get in till probably, I don't know what time they emailed me, so it was in the afternoon. So whether they do reply, whether they do review it again, I don't know. If they don't review it, well, that's their loss. I just won't stay there again. That's probably the top and bottom of it. So I'm going to probably move on now. Oh, another thing as well, there was a guy in the sort of queue next to me at the resorts desk. My God, he was about to give himself a heart attack, man. There's better things in life. Just stop stressing out. He was going banging on and on about how many reward points he's earned, tier credits. Proper stressing over it, and I'm thinking, Christ, there's better things in life. Just chill out. Try not to stress yourself out. It looked like he was going to have a heart attack before that. So, yeah, better things in life. So I think I'm going to, well, you probably won't see it anyway. I'm going to bore you a bit more. I'm going to go shopping again. I'm going to try the outlets. Unfortunately, I'm going to go north and get absolutely sweating outside, because the south one, even though it's really nice and it's indoors and you're in AC, perfect, there wasn't much in the Tommy Hilfiger for Thomas. There was literally like, they just had scraps in the kids stuff, and I'm sure the north one has a separate Hilfiger shop for kids. So I'm going to go in there, I'm going to go in Polo Ralph, see if there's anything for me, see if there's any other shops, and then hopefully by the time I finish there, my room is going to be ready at Bellagio. It's not ready at the moment, I've just checked, I've not had a ping on my phone either, so hopefully by the time I finish shopping that'll be ready, and then we can get checked in there and then start having a gamble in Bellagio. So unless anything interesting happens, I probably won't record the outlets, you've seen that already, so the next time you'll probably see me is in Bellagio.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand, and damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility convincingly
Right, got myself to Wingstop. The room's still not ready, Bellagio. So just brought it over. I've gone for hot honey and mind with some fries in it and a refillable soda. Not too bad actually. Trying to think there, I think it was about $13, so not too bad at all.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Well, that's been a bit of a cheer on, to say the least. It is 20 to 6. I got my room probably 10 or so minutes ago. I've literally just got the luggage out of the car. So, shopping, fine. Went to Wingstop. I thought I'd try somewhere new. Wingstop was absolutely fine. Went on to Target to try and get some caramel M&Ms for Shell, but they didn't have any. And then I thought, right, I'll head to Bellagio. It's getting on. It was about 3:30, but the room hadn't been released on the app yet. But I noticed they changed my room type. Now, I've heard of Caesars doing this, but I've never known MGM do it before. I've never heard of MGM doing it before. So I parked up, went down and spoke to somebody, and just sort of says, like, on the app, my room type's not ready. Now, I'd understand if they changed my room, because I said I was going to check in between 11 and 12, and they were going to change my room so that I could get a room at noon, say, and they've went, oh look, we'll change it for this room if that's okay, but it's not the same as what you've booked, but it's going to be ready. And that to me is different. So basically she had a look and says, right, the one that you've booked, we sold out. I don't know how that even works. What that basically means is somebody is I guess worth more to them than you, I guess, maybe. Is that how it works? So I says, well, whatever, it is what it is. There's no I can do about it, is there? So anyway, she's gone. Like, I was at the desk for like probably 30-40 minutes. She kept being on the phone, wandering off, trying to sort it. And anyway, she's changed it back to the room that I did book, but then I've had to wait about another 40 minutes after that to get the key. So she said to me, if you don't get the key, if it doesn't come up on your phone in the next 10 minutes, come back and see me and I'll chase it up, because cleaning have said it's going to be 10 minutes. So I left at 20, got my suitcase out of the car, came back down. She'd gone on a break. Literally as I came down, I'd seen her wandering off. So I went in the queue and just said to somebody else, look, it's this is what's happened. She said, if I don't have the key in 10 minutes on my phone to come back. And I got probably the most rude lady you could probably get, who basically said, your room's not ready, we don't know when it'll be ready, they can't say it's going to be ready in 10 minutes. And I says, well, she said to come back in 10 minutes, I've give it 20 minutes, and she said it would be 10 minutes because she's phone cleaning, and that's what they've said. And she just abruptly said, it's not ready, they can't say that. Fair enough, I mean, I'm not making things up, that's literally what I've been told. So, yeah, you'd expect someone to be a bit more polite. She was, she certainly wasn't to my liking, we'll say. But eventually the room got released on my phone, so I've managed to get in, get my luggage in, and I am finally in the Bellagio. Now, I think this is probably going to be, well, obviously it is my last hotel here, but I think in future I'm just going to either have to do 2 hotels or knock it down to 1, because this moving about, I think it's basically took a toll on me by the end. So we'll just have to see in future trips, maybe even what offers I get. Oh, by the way, talking about offers, the Downtown Grand got back to me, and apparently they have now refunded me my full booking. I'd have to check the credit card in, a week's time to confirm that. In fact, by the time this goes out, I'll put on the screen to confirm if I have been refunded for all of these. But anyway, I'll get out of your face, off your screen, I'll turn the camera around and welcome you to the Bellagio in a penthouse fountain view suite. So I'll do a full video on this, but there's probably only one thing that most people want to see other than the room, and it's for me to click open and have a look at this view, because it's going to be incredible, isn't it? That is some view. And this is why, so the room that they're trying to give me was a 2-bed penthouse, but without the view. And I said, obviously I don't need a 2-bedroom. Really, I booked it because I wanted this view. So luckily, the first lady I spoke to, I think if I got the second one, I'd have been goosed. She wouldn't have done anything to help me, but that is the view. So you can literally see all the way from Flamingo. You can just see the Sphere up there, the High Roller. You can see Cromwell, Horseshoe, Paris, Planet Hollywood, Cosmo. You can see MGM just down there, and then obviously the view of them fountains when they start going off, and on the night I think it's just going to look incredible. So I'll definitely add that footage in sometime on the vlog. So yeah, it's I'm glad to just know that now I'm in a room and that's it, no more moving now till I go home. I've done more shopping. I'm going to sort of try and get that all packed away, make sure that it all fits in the suitcase. And tonight, so it's 5:45 now, so I have a show at, I think it's the Win. I'm going to double check, I'm pretty sure it's at the Win. So I've got another show there, and that's 8 o'clock, but I might not try and get there till 10 to 8, because based on previous experiences, they clearly start them about 20 minutes to 30 minutes after the time that it says on the ticket. So yeah, so I'm gonna get showered, get freshened up for tonight, but I might not be playing any slots if that's what you're after until after the show, because I'm probably going to get sorted, get ready. Then I'm probably going to be sensible and think about, I'm not hungry, but I might just grab like a slice of pizza or something, because if I wait till after the show finishes and that gets to, closer to 10, then I'm going to be absolutely starving by then. So I might just grab something before I head up there. So whether I play anything before I get there, I don't know. You'll find out, because whatever the footage is next is what I get up to. So I'll catch you when I catch you.